How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're back in historic best of one. I call this one Built Weapon. But before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. One last thing I'd like to say, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber to either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you've done so, just reach out to me in the chat or the comments, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. So let's hop into this. On the 0 drops, we have 3 copies of Ornithopter. He's a 0/2 with flying. Running 4 copies of Built to Last at instant speed. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, it gains indestructible until the end of turn. Running the full play set of Animation Module. It's an artifact that says whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, you create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. And then we can pay 3 and tap it and choose a counter on target permanent or player and give that permanent or player another kind of counter. Running 2 copies of the Ozolith. It's a legendary artifact, and whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. Onto the 2 drops, we're running the full play set of Mazemind Tome. It's an artifact that we could tap and put a page counter on and scry 1, or we can pay 2, tap, put a page counter on Mazemind Tome and draw a card, and then when there are 4 or more page counters on Mazemind Tome, we can exile it and gain 4 life. Running the full play set of Steel Overseer. He's a 1/1, and we can tap him and put a 1/1 counter on each artifact creature you control. Running 3 copies of Voltaic Servant. He's a 1/3. It says at the beginning of your end step, untap target artifact. On to the 3 drops, we're running the full play set of Skyclave Apparition. She's a 2/2, and when she enters the battlefield, we get to exile up to 1 target non-land permanent we don't control with power 4, or converted mana cost 4 or less, I should say. And when Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token, where X is the converted mana cost of the exiled card. Running the full play set of Crystalline Giant. He's a 3/3, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, we choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't have on it from among flying, First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and a 1/1 counter. And put that counter on Crystalline Giant. On to the 4 drops, we're running 3 copies of Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants. Comes in at 4 loyalty. His +1 ability says put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. His -2 says return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then his -7, you get an emblem at the beginning of your end step. Create 3 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. And then finally at the top end, we have 3 copies of Elspeth Conquers Death. This is an enchantment saga. The first chapter says exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. The second chapter says non-creature spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And the final chapter says return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield and put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. Let's talk about the lands. Very simple. We're running 20 plains and 2 Karn's Bastions. So what is this deck about? This is a artifact, well, 90% artifact tribal deck. What we're trying to do is combo Steel Overseer, Animation Module, and Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants, and flood the board with a bunch of servos, and then just keep stacking counters on all of our artifact creatures. Built to Last helps protect them from board wipes. We have Skyclave Apparition because it's an amazing card in white that gets rid of anything that costs 4 or less. And then for what we can't hit with that, we have Elspeth to take care of and exile those permanents, and also to recur some of our threats. Ajani's Adversary, like I said, plays in with the old counter thing that we're trying to do, and then he can even end games with his ultimate. We can also use him to return some of our smaller threats as well. animation module is what kind of ties everything together. And then the Ozolith is a nice little trick that if one of our creatures or multiple creatures die, all the counters go on Ozolith, and then the moment we play a different creature, even a token, we can slap all those tokens on and just make a monster creature. Crystalline Giant is also can be very beasty. And Mazemind Tome is there for our scry/card draw stabilize. And Voltaic Servant can help us untap our Mazemind if we want to try and push extra page counters quickly, or we can do a double tap with Steel Overseer and get a bunch of tokens and creatures. We can also, what else? We can also use Karn's Bastion to proliferate our entire board, including our creatures if we want, or our enchantment sagas. Yeah, so that's pretty much the deck. We have a 2.2 converted mana cost running 18 creatures, 24 artifacts, and 22 lands. So let's hop into some games and let's see how we do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Jaka. Alright, so we got a nice 3-lander here. We've got an Ornithopter, Built to Last, a Mazemind, Elspeth, I think we'll keep. So we'll go ahead and play out our Ornithopter. And we can hold up our Built to Last. Although, like I said, this one, depending on what we're playing, it's like Orzhov, Thoughtseize. Okay. I think he's going to take the Mazemind. Okay. Does he have another Thoughtseize? Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Creature token. Embalm. Okay. There's the animation module. That's great. Okay. Servo Exhibition. Sure. Another animation module. Well, we just need to draw some of our creatures. The Mazemind Tome would have been very nice. Hidden stockpile at the beginning of your end step. If a permanent you control off the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 servo artifact, servo creature token, pay 1, sacrifice creature, scry 1. Okay, so that's his engine to fuel, I guess, his embalm. He's also running Phyrexian Tower. It's a legendary land, though. Woe Strider, okay, another sack outlet. Sure. There's a creature. Nice. Hexproof right off the bat. I love it. No attacks. So let's see. He sacks to the Woe Strider. He gets the Scry. Then he gets a Servo that he can reuse. So, like, I guess it replaces itself? Does this stack revolve being around step if it permanent? It's just one per turn, but this is not legendary, so this can stack as well. Okay. He's got the right colors. I'm assuming he's definitely running board wipes. We are in Historic as well, so we could see some Settle the Wreckage, which kind of sucks, because Hexproof or Indestructible will not save us from that. Okay. When Myr Sire dies, create a 1/1 colorless Myr artifact creature token. Okay. Alright. Well, there's our 5th. I think we exile the Woe Strider, because he can't. Oh, I guess he can scry. It's fine. Sure. Vigilance is nice. And we'll just go in with the mecha. Cool. Oh, that was my bad. I didn't realize I had the, I was tapped out. It's my fault. Oops. This is going to be an odd matchup anyways, especially considering we had a slow start. I have a really nice curve in this deck too, so could just be getting Magic the Gathering. He's building up some land there, excuse me. I always liked the Myr. Used to have a cool Myr deck in MTGO Online. I just wish they would start importing more older sets. There's so many amazing sets, and they could just make this sick historic format that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I mean, of course, if I could afford it, I would. Do we want to do that now? I guess it's cheaper to use animation module to bump this. We'll bring him back with an additional 1/1 counter. Perfect. Now we can start pooping out some servos ourselves. Cool. Get that hexproof again. I love it. No attacks. End the turn. If we get a Steel Overseer, we're going to be in business here. I have to keep that in mind for next turn. He has to have one available to activate Hidden Stockpile. However, Woe Strider, that's why I tried to target him first, because he doesn't need a cost. He can just sacrifice a creature, scry. So opponent is just scrying away. Okay, he's looking for something. Looking for probably a board wipe on the bottom. Okay. But scry is not draw a card, so sure. Unless he already has it. I'm not sure. Wow. He is just going to town here. And there we go, one at the top. Okay. Board wipe. Oh, Anointed Procession. Nice. Nice. Okay. I thought about putting that in this deck. Alright, so he's completely tapped out. I think we have to take that Anointed Procession, right? Because he's going to start getting tokens from Embalming as well. Okay. Alright. Let's give him another 1/1 counter. Man, I wish we could draw into. Alright, perfect. I'm going with you. Keep the counters down low. We are tapped out, though. So, I mean, I'm absolutely positive he's running board wipes. He's digging for something. Okay, another servo exhibition. Another Ornithopter is not what we want. But, you know, hey. Alright. Put another counter on him. Yep. Okay, we'll hold up the built to last. Maybe flying or something. Menace. Guess that's nice. I think I should be a little bit more aggressive here. Sure. Not drawing cards, he's just scrying, so just filtering through his deck. Sure. One at the top. Looks like you found another one. And board wipe. Maybe he's not running board wipe if he's so concerned in building a huge board. Okay, sacrifice another creature, scry 1, sure. There's the Embalm. Okay. Haha, that's so cool. And sure. I just need flying and we're oh, there he is. There he is. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this. I'm gonna decline here so we can hold up the built to last. Please give me flying. There it is. Alright. Now we're gonna start smacking them. And then next turn we can start going off with Steel Overseer. We are playing Scry the deck. Scry the deck. Yeah, him hitting that Mazemind, excuse me, earlier was pretty brutal. Marionette Master Focus 3 whenever an artifact you control spin in a graveyard. Target opponent loses life equal to. Okay, sure. But he doesn't have flying, so. And then if we draw into an Elspeth or something, we're good. But pretty sure he's going to be getting lifelink. Well, hopefully. Still got a couple more to go through. Sure. Sure. Another Steel Overseer's nice. Yeah. Because then now we can start going with Ornithopter as well. So we'll do this. Yep. Decline. 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 Wow. Wish there was like an auto decline or decline the rest of the triggers, right? Okay. And lifelink. Vigilance. Well, that's nice. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. 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 Sure. Sure. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need that lifelink. Not much we could do there. We really needed the that lifelink. Oh, nasty. Sure. So pretty cool deck. Pretty cool deck. So he's got Stabilize. Now, of course, we're not running any board wipes of our own. So always sucks when you get beat by a lower rank, right? Cry every time. Oh well. On to the next one. I still feel happy with how that game played out, considering we lost our Mazemind early, but it is what it is, right? I'm confident you guys will see this deck go off, though. Green Horn. The Angrath. Wow, speaking of Mazemind Tome. Well, this is an interesting combo. Mazemind Tome with Voltaic, so we can just keep pumping. So I guess we'll keep this. Ketria. Hello. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and play out the Mazemind Tome. This could be Timor Adventures or Timor Ramp. More so, looks like, with the growth spirals. Yeah, Timor Ramp. So I'm glad we do have the Elspeths here. Alright. and scry here. Another land is nice. I'm sure he has removal, so I think we want to get out the Voltaic first. So we will go ahead and scry Skyclave Apparition. Oh, that could be good for Uro. Yeah. But we do need land, right? Yeah, let's keep it. We will untap Mazemind. Let's see what type of removal he had. Oh, yeah? Alright. Scry. Keep the Skyclave. I mean, I'm sure he has removal. Surely. Let's just go ahead and play out another Mazemind. We will attack. And scry again. Gain some life. Land is good. Guess we'll untap him. Doesn't really matter. He still hasn't played anything. I'm assuming this is more of a oh, shit. Alright, well. This is not what I expected. Maybe we should be playing in ranks so we're not facing such oddball decks, right? But what's the fun in that? Alright, well. We need a land for sure. Well, let's go ahead and get this out. Could be land shit, I don't know what this could be. Okay, let's go ahead and scry. Another land is what we need for that 1,000. Oh, both beautiful. Hexproof right off the bat. Okay. And next turn we can Elspeth, so it doesn't really matter what he kills here. Yeah, can't hit him now. I'm trying to think if he has Storm's Wrath. I think that could still kill him. Or both of them, I should say. Shock on who? On my face. Sure. Another shock. Ooh, Mythos of Luna. Nasty. I always forget 1,000-Year Storm is not legendary. Alright, you know, we can't even be mad at this because this is pretty epic. Keep that land. Now see, these also retain the same mana cost, so kind of sucks. But, you know, he's got 2 cards, so... all we can do is do our best, right? I don't think it matters here, honestly. I thought this was Timor Adventures, and it's definitely not. It's pretty spicy. Oh, and Crucible of the Worlds, sure. So now he's going to try and start land destructing me. Well, it's a good thing we only run 2 Karn's Bastion, so have fun with that. What else you got? You got triple shock. I mean, he could be playing Haphazard Bombardment, but he doesn't have the land for it. Yeah. Could we see a Storm's Wrath? That would be pretty nasty to combo with 1,000 Year Storm. But then you'd have to play 2 sacrifice. So you're gonna destroy a land for me to get another land untapped. Sure. I mean, you're just thinning out my deck, I guess, so thanks. Not sure. Pretty fun list, though. Oh, I forgot Mythos can copy our stuff, too. Sure. Sure. When are you gonna exile the Voltaic? Oh, he's just trying to prevent me from reanimate, but I don't have a target. I don't know. I'm not sure what our opponent's doing here. Okay. Burrow will come back sacrifice, so I think we still take... I think we take another 1,000 year. We don't want him doing anything with that. I don't know. I don't know what our opponent is doing. Still suspect he has some type of a board wipe, though. Growth Spiral, okay. Surely he's also playing Ujin. One, two, three, five, six, seven. Dude. I don't know what is going on here. I have no earthly idea what is going on here. I'm going to play animation module. Okay. I think I'm going to save the Skyclave for when he decides to... beautiful. When he decides to escape Euro. Oh yeah, I guess we'll just untap you. Sure. But he... I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. Opponent keeps Gilded Goose? Sure. So he's playing... This has to be an Ujin deck. My turn, huh? Don't have a 1/1 counter on it yet, so... It's not really... Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. So let's play Ajani. So now we can start having some fun. Scorching Dragonfire. Sure. Yep. Yep. And yeah, he's hexproof. Sure. Sure. Yeah, let's play Mazemind. I think we're doing pretty good here. Yep. Now, Ujin will still kill this. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's got enough for Ugin now. Surely that's what this deck is. No? Alright, so now he's actually casting Uro, so we can Skyclave. So that's fine. But Uro does not have reach. He does not have trample. Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing card, but we'll scry. A land. I think I'm good on the land. 6 land seems like quite a bit in this deck. Okay, so let's Skyclave. There's no blue source, so he can't do anything with that. We know he's playing into the Royal as well. So let's go ahead and play out Animation Module. And let's play Mazemind, so we have plenty of permanents for him to bounce. Yep. Dude, that is doing nothing for you. You destroy it, and then you're thinning out my deck. I mean, you know, why not? If the man wants to help us, why should we deny him that? Mechagodzilla putting in the work. So he is running Shocks, Scorching Dragonfire. There's another 1,000-Year Storm, sure. Scry. Looking for another Elspeth, perfect. Let's go ahead and just get a counter on this just because. Sure. Alright. What's Elspeth again? Yep. Got him. I think that Crucible of Worlds was unnecessary, but that's a cool list. I like that. And I have 4 copies of 1,000-Year Storm. I had many a fun time with that card myself. Have we only played 2 games? All right, let's try and play one more. Alright, so we got a 2-lander here, Ornithopter, Animation Module, built to last, Mecha, we'll keep it. Always love the 2-for here. Don't mind playing out the Ornithopter now if it dies, because this is the one we want to protect. Our opponent said 46, sure. No Lurus. Double Mecha is very nice. I call him Mechagodzilla, but he's Crystalline Giant is the card. Oh, Bajuka Bog. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and play out the Mechagodzilla. We got lucky the last couple of games. We got the Hexproof right off the bat. I think every time, actually. Alright, that's a lot of swamps. Another Blood Chief, sure. Okay. Well, hopefully he wastes some more removal. Golos. This looks like chromatic black. So we're definitely interested in our Skyclave Apparition. Or okay, Cascading Cataracts. So let's get out the Ozolith and we pay 1. go in. Yeah. Not really too concerned if he kills us here, because we have a lot of recursions. Okay, he's running Languish. So this is the cool thing. All these counters go on Ozolith, and then we just play a creature, and they come right back. Ajani's nice. I would hate to play a Skyclave into an empty board. Can't quite do anything. I guess we will just we'll play Ajani and we'll just plus him. I want him to play something so we can Skyclave. I don't want to play the Skyclave for no reason. Okay. Just waiting for him to play something. Hopefully he doesn't have any hand hate. He does have 4 cards in his hand. But he's definitely going to want to take out this Ajani's. Mastermind's Acquisition. Okay. That is always scary. So this is definitely Sorcerer's Spy. And then choose a card name. Sure. But we can just Skyclave that, so I'm not sure what he's thinking. Maybe he has another Blood Chief's Thirst or something, I'm not sure. Let's put some counters on this guy. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you know, why not? Because the cool thing is that if he kills him, they go right back on the Ozolith, and we just play a creature, and we get it right back. Extinction Event, sure. So he's going to choose Odd, yes. So we still get our servos. And the counters go right back on here. And we're going to ultimate. We are going to absolutely ultimate. And that should be GG. Yeah. I'm going to put some counters on this guy. Yep. 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 I'm just going to keep going in. Sure. This emblem is going to mess him up. Got him. Oh, man. All right, my friends. That's all I've got for you today. I don't think you got to see the full violence that this deck can produce, but we went up. We faced some pretty crazy matchups. So I'm very satisfied with the deck. I will be posting the deck list in the description of the video, like always. I'll leave you guys at that. I just want to say once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you've done so, just reach out to me in the chat or the comments, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Excuse me. So very excited to be able to offer that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.